Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze.
Hello, I'm testing my microphone. Okay, can you hear me?
It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing. Gotta keep up the pace. Feeling the adrenaline is running through my veins. I'm the puzzle king. No one can beat my gaze. Jigsaw puzzle is my obsession. It's true, I'll conquer them too. The thrill of the chase, satisfaction I see. I'll complete the puzzle in the blink of an eye. Puzzling is my game, you know I'm the master. Fitting all the pieces faster and faster. Competition's on, I'm ready to compete. I'll finish that puzzle right under your feet. Putting every piece in its perfect place. Time ticking, heart racing.
Hello? Okay, there's too many microphone buttons. I have two microphone buttons on this screen and there's another microphone button on that screen. And so I was not being transported to YouTube, but you guys heard me, so that's okay. So welcome to those who are watching on YouTube. Yeah, the first thing you will notice is that we have different wrapping papers today, but don't worry about that. The most important thing is that your sticker says number 39, so just double check that. So we started off with the red paper, then we ran out, then we went to the blue Hawaii paper, as I call it, then we ran out of that, and then we went to the cat and mouse. So everybody should be fine. Okay, Farina Vessel, can you hear me now? Anna, can you hear me now? So you should have the sound turned on in the Google Meet and the sound turned off on YouTube if you have, for some reason, if you have both screens going on.
And good evening, everybody. Can you hear me, Michelle? I am testing as well my microphone.
Yes, yeah. So hello, Daniela. Okay. Thank you for joining me tonight. All right, so I just mentioned that this will be our largest solo competition. We have close to 90 participants tonight, and 21 from Germany, 11 from Denmark, 11 from Finland, and 7 from the Netherlands, and a whole bunch of other people from all other countries, including Belgium, Latvia, Poland, Italy, and the USA. So good. So how are you, Daniela? I can't hear you, Daniela. Okay, so having some issues with microphones today. Sound is not working for you either. Okay, Fruji. Okay, so I'll just keep talking. Daniela, yeah, if you're there, you can say hi. Well, I don't mind it that it has different wrapping papers, but on the other hand, it does look a bit unsettling. For the first two people who joined, they both had different ones. So I did post that in the group, but as new people join, they miss the message, so I might have to repost that a few times.
I think I'm back, Michelle.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
You're back. I can hear you. That's great.
Okay.
So I'm going to just keep reposting the message because new people keep joining. Yes, that's correct that there are different wrapping papers. You are looking for the label that says number 39. So Birgit, you got it? Yep. All right. Good. Fruji, can you hear us now? Not yet. Okay. All right, so we are 4 minutes out today. So so today we'll have Rika and Joanna joining us in the background, watching you all and checking out who's going to finish next. So really thankful for their help today. Okay. Yes, this is the live stream. Okay. So let's just talk for a couple of minutes so people can check their sound. Rika, how are you?
Good. Waiting for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always look forward to Christmas also in a puzzling sense, because then I often have time to pull out one of the big puzzles and do something a bit bigger than the usual 1,000 pieces.
And how many pieces do you have? Which one?
Well, the biggest I've ever done is 3,000 pieces, because I haven't had tables that would take bigger than that. So that's been the absolute maximum with my old table. Now we have bigger table, but I haven't bought yet anything bigger than 3,000 pieces.
All right.
I am waiting to take holidays, but I have 2 puzzles waiting for me. Both are 500 pieces. One is a gift from Elizabeth, the turtle puzzler. Is I mentioned only purple, random cut is the really challenging. I open it after Worlds, and then I noticed like, oh my God, I need time for this. I need to be free. So I have it literally waiting for me. And the second one is the same story, but it's a holographic puzzle. So you know that you need to be moving the pieces like this with the light to understand where it needs to go. So for those, I need time. And then, holidays period is perfect for that. They are not big, but they are complicated.
That reminds me. So we asked our participants if they had anything they'd like to share. So when they did their registration, if they had anything they'd like to share. So I think what you're talking about the reflective puzzles. Somebody said, so that's Anne from Germany, said that her slowest time for a 500-piece puzzle was over 10 hours, but it was a magic eye puzzle. So one that you have to kind of look at it from a certain angle and like see the image behind the image. So that just made me think of that.
Yeah, I saw the comment as well. I was like, oh my God, wow.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully everyone can hear us now, and everyone's speakers are working. So it's time now that we'll do the reveal. So thanks, Rika. Sorry, didn't. And hi, Joanna.
Hi, hello.
Great. So let's get ready for the reveal. I just have a quick question. Show me a thumbs up with your hands if you think you know what brand this is tonight. So thumbs up if you think you know which brand it is. Okay, so a lot of thumbs up there. Thumbs up if you think this brand starts with R. Okay, let's find out.
Interesting, yeah.
You may unwrap the puzzle. Let's see what we have tonight. So yes, remove the wrapping, and this puzzle has stickers. So you may remove the stickers.
Yeah, I see 4 images in one. I'm very curious to see it in a better angle.
So this has the same box size as a Ravensburger. So that's why people were most likely thinking that it was a Ravensburger, which it is, but it isn't. It's covered in French text. So I'll give you a close-up very soon. So yeah, once you've removed the wrapping and the stickers, please place the box back on the middle of the table. Then we know that you're ready to go. So just a reminder, the time limit is 2 hours. If you want to get your done message ready, you can write that in the chat. Make sure you have your chat window open, and just to make it go. All right, it looks like everyone has unwrapped. Boxes are on the table. Let's do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everyone. So let's take a look for what this is. Ta-da! This is not Ravensburger. It is, but it isn't. So it's the same box size, it's the same piece cut, but it's covered in French text because the brand is called, well, in English you would say Nathan, but in French maybe Nathan, something like that. A French speaker can correct me. So this is produced by Ravensburger, but in France, so they have their own catalogue. So it's essentially a Ravensburger, except it's not made in Germany. And Ravensburger is normally made in Germany or Czech Republic. This one is actually made in France, and they have their own catalogue of images, so they're different. Yeah, so what we have, it's Harry Potter themed, I guess you would say. We have 4 shields.
Shields, yes.
So in English they're called Ravenclaw. That would be Ravenclaw, but in French it's called Cédaigle. This one is the yellow one would be called Hufflepuff, but in French it's called Pouf Soufflé. Then we have Gryffindor is also Gryffindor, and instead of Slytherin you have Serpentard. So,
wow, quite interesting. Are you a Harry Potter fan, Michelle?
No, not at all. I just thought it looked like a good puzzle.
Yeah, very interesting to hear about these Nathan puzzles. Yeah, I haven't seen them before.
Yeah, they seem to be like in a French bubble. It's just by accident that I discovered them, and I was like, wow, there's we have like the Ravensburger cut, but just with a whole bunch of different images. So I was super excited about this one, and I forgive everyone who thought that it might be a Ravensburger. So I think for most people, we could say this is probably a first look. There's probably, yeah, maybe somebody's familiar with Nathan and guessed it might be that. But I think for most people, it should be, yeah, a surprise, hopefully.
Yeah. Always nice to know and learn about different brands. And if you get the really high quality that we are used to with Ravensburger, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's start. We're going to start at the letter L today in the alphabet. On screen, we have Laura from Hungary, Elena from Germany, Lene from Denmark, Lenka from Slovakia, Lynn from Germany, and Lisa from Denmark. So yeah, well, you can sort on this puzzle if you like. Could there be a better puzzle for sorting? So
yeah, I love sorting. I think in my case, I will sort everything, like trying to identify 4 different puzzles, and then I work individually on each one of them, and then I put it together. Let's see how our friends will approach to this one.
I just wrote the French name. So the original title was in French. It's called Les Quatre Blasons de Poudlard. And that translates to coat of arms or shields of Hogwarts. Yeah, so we can see Lena is going for the color sort. Also Laura as well. Whereas Lenka is getting straight into the border. Yeah, I mean, it's rare to have a puzzle that's so neatly divided into 4 different colors. It kind of reminds me of Schmidt's 4 Seasons tree, where you also had an image, portrait image split into 4, and each one was essentially the same image, just in a different color shade. So having memories of that.
I really like the camera from Lynn because then you see the parts from the center and how she's sorting. It's very nice. This angle, I mean.
The over the head angle, we see a great view. Yeah, so Lynn is actually an artist, and she's hosting her own speed puzzling competition using puzzles that she made with her artwork. And that's in Dortmund in January. And I think might be February, but it's in Dortmund. Anyway, she mentioned that there's only one spot left for pairs. So if there's a pair in Dortmund who haven't heard of the competition, check out Lynn's competition. It's called Art in Pieces.
I think I saw it. You posted in Speed Puzzle EU, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I saw it, but I'm busy that weekend. I was interested because it looks like her art is amazing, and then it's quite cozy. The atmosphere, the place is very nice. Oh, great! She has full house.
Yeah, and Laura, who was on the screen before from Hungary, she says, sounds like she likes to set herself a timer by cooking. She says it's easier to put puzzle pieces together for speed puzzling if there's a deadline until the food gets ready. So, so I'm going to leave Lenka on the screen a bit longer.
Very nice contrast with the black table.
So we also have Louisa from Australia, Martia from Netherlands, Madara from Latvia, Maya from Finland, and Maya also from Finland. So Maya P and Maya Y from Finland. Oh, okay. So Matt is French, and he's writing in the comments that we call them armories. So coats of arms are like armories. Oh, and MK says the puzzle kind of reminds him of floral reflections. So that's a puzzle that's neatly divided into 5 sections of different color. Yeah, so also similar to that one. So yeah, and probably the word poudlard is Hogwarts in French. So we'll get a bit of a French lesson here as well. So I can see Marcia is starting with the words. She's got, so under each shield or coat of arms, you have like a yellow scroll ribbon with the name of the, I don't know, what do you call it? Okay, coat of arms. Is it representing a house? Is it representing a school? I'm not sure what it's representing, but the name's in the yellow ribbon. So she's working on the green one, Serpentard. And Lenka's got the blue one, Sedagli. I'm going to write the names here and what we're referring to here. So Lenka's been having a really good streak recently with her win in Portugal and getting into the top 6 very regularly. We also have Marcia, who's competed 3 times and won twice. So let's leave Marcia on the screen for a bit longer and keep on moving, seeing who else we have today. So we also have Maite E from Belgium, Maite V from Belgium. Yeah, so we have 2 Maites from Belgium. Then we have Mandy from the Netherlands, Mari from the USA, and Maria from Slovakia. Oh, Mari's doing something very interesting there. How do you think you would approach this one, Daniela?
Yeah, because I am a sorter. I love to sort, I definitely will go for full sorting, trying to assemble 4 different small puzzles. I think I will do that. But then for starting assembling, I will go from the inside to the outside. I am very good in details, so I think I will be able to see the details of each, what Matt said, coat of arms of each house, Harry Potter house, and then to build it from the center to the outside. For me, it's funny. I see better details rather than continuous lines.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I first see.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like a pretty blocky background, but there is a slight gradient in the background. So around the edges, it tends to be a bit darker, and towards the middle, there is like more of a lighter, whitish glow there. And when I was piecing the border together, I noticed that there were some pieces that looked kind of dirty. And I thought, oh, it's just my pieces, they look dirty. But then I actually saw that blackish, looks like, I don't know, a rough substance or some smudge marks. It's actually on the image box. So it's actually supposed to be like that. So don't wonder if you get some pieces and they look a bit dirty. That's part of the intended image, and it does help you a bit actually to piece it together, because you can actually just look at the image and see where it's not just a complete yellow piece, it's got a grayish tinge to it. So okay. Yeah, Mari is doing great there. She started with the words and is getting going on the yellow section. So in the bottom left hand corner you've got the pouf souffle, also known as Hufflepuff, and those pieces also stood out to me quite well. You can see that there's the stripes on them, some yellow and black stripes.
I have to say I became a kind of Harry Potter fan because of my husband and my daughter. I like it more. I like more Lord of the Rings because I like the books. So that's why I read the books and then I saw the movies. And yeah, I got into really Harry Potter years after it was launched. It's quite a popular movie, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure there are many fans out there. I really like the image for the puzzling, from the puzzling perspective, because a lot of the images that I've used have been very busy and always like a lot going on. And I was looking for something with a bit more flat, where there's like less colors. But when you have less colors and less details, you need a good piece cut. And so when I discovered this one with the Ravensburger piece cut, I was like, that's perfect, because it doesn't matter if you have, once you get to shape sorting, or if you have a whole bunch sorted out of the same color, you've got the right piece cut to sort through that.
And have you done this puzzle, Michelle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one, yeah. So this one was really fun. I would say that, like, compared to Ravensburger, I have the feeling that Natan is like slightly more glossy, a bit more reflective than Ravensburger. And that might just be because they're in a different factory in France, that they just have slightly different paper quality. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what others say.
Yeah, I'm reading in the comments from Matt. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but this puzzle is interesting and appealing. Yeah, I really would like to try it out. And Sandra as well would like to try it out.
Yeah, so on screen we have Mari going strong on the yellow section. We also have Maria, TB, and box assistant Kat making themselves very comfortable in the box. So approval for the box quality. We also have Mona from Germany, Monique from the Netherlands, Muni from Germany, and Päivi from Finland. So I just want to mention that Monique is having her first competition in individuals. And Mari is a professional violinist and probably the only touring musician who travels with puzzles in her case to practice while she's on the road. can't have those fingers getting out of shape, whether for violin practice or for puzzling. Yeah, so it's interesting in which color people start with. On screen, I can see several have started with green, others have started with red, others are going for yellow. So I wonder, yeah, I'll have to think now which one was the hardest one or which one was the easiest one. I haven't thought too much about it. Actually, I think I started with yellow. Actually, yeah, I think those stripes jumped out at me, the yellow on the and the badger.
I see in the Google Meet that Chiara and Victor are quite similar on what they are doing, but they are building different sections. Chiara the green and Victor the yellow.
So we also have Pia from Finland, Rika from Denmark, Sandra from Germany, Sandra from Switzerland, and Saka from Czech Republic. So Saka will actually be our guest interview this evening. She's participated in several Euro Jigsaw Jams and has consistently placed in the top 10. And she also does pairs with her child. So yeah, we'll have a chat with her later. So I noticed that Rika is doing their puzzle sideways, but the box is in the right direction. So maybe they are able to puzzle and despite looking at the box in a different direction.
I have been practicing lately to assemble without looking too much into the box. Really like only, okay, the areas and that's it. Specifically because I have been doing Jan van Gasteren, and then when you do these very busy and detailed puzzles, we discovered, I do it in teams with my family, yeah? We discovered that someone needs to be busy with the small sections. A lot happen in 2, 3, or 4 pieces, that's it. So I am just, for example, busy building those 2, 3 sections, sections, and then I hand over to my daughter, for example. And then she's the one looking into the box and locating in the right position, because you don't have, normally if you are lucky with those puzzles, you have like 25% like more defined. The rest is extremely busy. So you don't have enough pieces to build a big block generally.
That's a really good idea for busy puzzles, to have one person who's looking at the box and basically finding where it's located when you're working as a team on such a large busy puzzle as that, and the other people are just finding the small pieces and assembling them. That's really interesting.
Yes, and I check it out with other Dutch friends who participate as well with those puzzles, and then we discover like we have somebody in the team to locate sections. That's a common thing. We discovered by chance because of our experience with this, and then discussing with other teams, they said, yeah, of course, we have somebody who locates stuff.
No, that's a really good tip. Yeah, so what we're seeing here, we're starting to see people like do the inner border. So obviously you have the outer border, but if you look at Stephanie Kapfer, she's done all the pieces with 2 colors. So that's also something that I looked out for very early on, is I love pieces with contrasting. Just like when you're doing like a skyline and a landscape image, here you've got 2 colors meeting, and you can easily divide the box into 4 smaller boxes. Yeah, and we can see also Simona has started to do something similar. So yeah, so on screen we have Simona from Germany, Sophie from Denmark, Stephanie K from Germany, Steffi H from Germany, and Stein from Belgium. But yeah, everyone's making great progress. Yeah, I would say this is like easy to average difficulty, easy to medium difficulty. It's a little bit harder in the background. Some of the centers of the shields can be quite hard when there's a lot of similar colors. But yeah, Sophie's making great progress. She's done all of that yellow background, as has Saka, and now's working on the reds. Okay, so we also have Tamar from the Netherlands, Tobias from Sweden, Valerie from Germany, Verena from Austria, and Verena K from Austria, and Verena W from Germany. So I wonder if there's anyone out there who are just doing the backgrounds, and then we'll see like 4 big holes left, or if people are going to feel like they have to finish that color and fill in all the middle as well. Okay, so we do have a lot of people, so I'm just going to keep on moving, but great to see how everyone's getting on today.
Michelle, I wanted to tell you I'm super looking forward to participate in the Flex editions. I'm super happy. I have the 3 puzzles. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
for
great.
this idea.
And what are you looking forward to about it?
To understand how the sessions will be. I like quite a lot to socialize with puzzlers. But then when I am building a puzzle in such as this super good audience that you normally have in the Euro Jigsaw Jam, I have to say I feel a little bit intimidated. Huh? So now with the Flex edition, I think I can truly concentrate and keep moving forward into my own improvement. Really, I wanted to thank you for that, because honestly, here is so much really good people participating that I enjoy more watching what's going on, helping you, because I feel like it's a way for me to learn as well about this.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, so with the Flex competitions, we don't have, so we have 2 options available, the Flex and the Live. The Live is what we are doing now, but next year we'll have the Flex. There will be a quiet competition, so without the live stream, without commentary, and the space, many more spaces available. So better for people who, if they find this one too competitive, or they just want to have a quiet competition, you can check out the Flex as well. Great, so we have some very fast people on the screen right now. We've got Veronica from Austria, Veronica from Slovakia, Wendy from Germany, who's enjoying her first competition today. And then we have Reese from the Netherlands and Victor from Poland. Now, Victor is racing ahead. He's done about 50% of the image. We are at 23 minutes. Okay, so things are going to get super fast here. Let's leave Victor on the screen and head to the top of the alphabet. So we have Anna M from Germany, Andrea from the USA, Anna H from Germany, Anna R from Austria, and Anna V from Finland. Okay, so Andrea is also done, getting close to half done with the yellow and the blue section. Victor has red and yellow. So I wonder what Andrea is going to do. So I actually did the yellow and the blue earliest on, and then I realized later, I was like, oh, why did I do those? Because now I have to reach over to the other side of the table to do the red and the green. And so I told myself that next time If I do this, I'm going to start with the red and the green and then push it away from me and then work at the part at the bottom. But who knows? Maybe Andrea will, shuffle hers around to get better access to do the red and green, or maybe do the red and green separately and just lock it into place later, just lift it into place. So looking great there. But yes, so far Victor has been the most ahead, but Andrea is not far behind.
Yeah, and I think that Chiara and Inge, Emilia, they are in similar situation. Very, very advanced as well.
Here we have Anna L. from Germany, Annelies from Belgium, Arkadiusz from Poland, Astrid from Denmark, and Barbara from Germany. So Astrid made a nice comment. So Astrid is a mom. She said, I only started speed puzzling last year because I had a son and didn't have time to do big puzzles anymore. I had to complete a puzzle while he napped. And when his naps became shorter, I had to be faster and faster. Oh yeah, so anyone want to have predictions of what the winning time will be? We're at 26 minutes now and we can see Victor's over halfway, so make your guesses.
I said 37 minutes, but I think it will be less now that I see what's happening.
So I have Bibi from Denmark, Birgit from Germany, Catherine from Luxembourg, Catherine from USA, and Charlene from Switzerland. So it looks like most people, when they start a color, they start with either the text, the ribbon, or they start at the borders of that color and work inward.
I was participating beginning of this year in a Spanish online competition. And for the final, I didn't progress. The competition was very hard. At the final, Michelle, we could vote if the finalist will be able to see the image of the box or not. And majority of the people voted that no. So the final, we, the spectators, decided about that, and they went to assemble all of this without an image. And it was a puzzle especially made for the Spanish competition, so nobody saw it before. Wow, quite challenging.
Yeah, I've often thought about that. Somebody also mentioned that to me recently. They said they'd like a competition where we don't see they don't have the puzzle image to go off. So that would be an extra challenging one. So let me know if you'd like to receive one without the box, without the poster. Maybe I can arrange that in the future, but that would be an extra challenge. Yeah, so that's amazing that actually happened at the Spanish competition. So here we have Chiara from Italy, Daniela from Netherlands, Daria from Denmark, Alina from Latvia, and Emilia from Finland. So Chiara has done 2 of the colors. Victor is pretty much done 3. And Emilia has got a nice structure set up. So even though she's only got like one of the blocks done, well, 1.5, she's got a very good structure built up with the internal frames as well.
And commenting about the competitions, another stretch, I participated in the British with the British Association to Puzzle Chicken. Have you heard about that, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
So it was very interesting to be there with them. Super fun. But I am a full chicken. I said, no way. Give me the 1.5 hour. I needed to do it. But yeah, there were people like saying, okay, I do it in 40 minutes, and they did it in 39. You know, they really knew what they were capable of. And I think that's another ability you need to develop while speed puzzling. That you can predict from the image, okay, yes, I will do it within a specific time frame. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to, like, Victor is on his last quarter, so I'm just going to quickly go through as many people as I can. We have Emma from Sweden, Francisca from Germany, Freya from Denmark, Frida from Germany, and Frigi from Hungary. So far we've only seen Chiara and Andrea. That could be following up from Victor. Let's skip ahead a little bit. So we're at 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna check out some of our top puzzlers and see if anyone is close to Victor.
I'm really curious on how Victor is finishing the green.
Okay, so Kati has done 3 blocks. Hannah and Inga 2, Martia 2, Chiara 2.5. So right now Kati's ahead. But we have many fast people here, so let's check them out. Okay, Lenka has 2.5, Andrea over 2. Is there anyone near Victor? Anyone else who's done 3 blocks?
Emilia has the 4 frames, red almost finished, but then she's keeping like the center of the images empty still. She's working on that.
Okay, less than 30 pieces for Victor. Looks like Kati's coming up second, but still a ways to go. Still all of the blue to go. Chiara's got just patches of the blue, but most of the yellow.
Richard is saying on the chat, Expelliarmus. That's the spell when a magician in Harry Potter wants to stop the other one. So,
So Farina Kloza has done 4 of the colored backgrounds, but still has the centers left. Okay. I mean, yeah, so Victor's just got the inner shield to do and a few green pieces, so it's going to be easy for him now. He's got lots of little gaps. If he resorts to shape sorting now, he'll be done in a minute. 30. Okay, we're just about to get to 34 minutes. Oh, let's see who else is there. Mari has disappeared. Mari is no longer in the call.
okay,
I think.
Yeah. Jim, Mari Black, you say, right?
Yeah.
Jim was connected in the chat.
Yeah, Jim, Mari has disappeared. Can you check her connection? So looks like top 6 so far, Victor, Kati, Chiara, Lenka, Andrea, and Verena. But we have so many in the background who are coming up close.
People is making a lot of jokes in the chat. Matt says, okay, Mari's screen went black.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good one. Okay. Last 10 pieces
Here
for
we
Victor.
go. Wow.
He's right on top of it. Popping in.
2, 1.
Boom.
Done. Woohoo!
Victor, 35 minutes. Amazing. All right. And who's going to be next? Okay, let's check back with Hannah. I have too many that I want to keep. We have so many contenders for the top 10 here, and I can't keep them all on the screen. So Hannah's got blue and the inner shields left. Andrea is very methodical to make sure the yellow is done, the blue, and then the green before she starts on the next one. So still no sign of Mari. Yeah, so those familiar with the those who are familiar with the Ravensburger piece cut should have no problem with this one, especially when it gets to, you know, the pure solid color sections. So, Inga has the last yellow quarter to do, but complete. So it's going to be very close. So second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right up to the top 10, I think, are going to be really close. Got so many people at the same area. I mean, Kati is pulling ahead. She's done the blue background, only got the blue shield to continue, and Chiara is so close but working on the yellow. She's also got the yellow background done and is now just piecing together the inner parts of the pouf souffle. Lenka looks similar, however she does have gaps in the other coats of arms. And Andrea is now working on the red. She's done the greens. Now she's right on top of it doing the reds. She's got the box really close to her so she can get a really good angle. So Verena Kay had a different approach. So let's see how that's working out for her. She did all the backgrounds first and then had the empty gaps. Okay, so she's filling, yeah, working from the outside towards the middle. So the inside images do have a lot of like gray and black in them, and there's also 2 of them have yellows, but there is a lot of grays, and there are a couple of pieces where it was hard to tell to which one it belonged to.
The gray sections look like a stone texture. Is it something like that, Michelle?
I guess it could be that. I mean, that they are painted, so they do have the brush strokes.
Simulating stone, I mean, in qua texture.
I guess it would be like that, yeah, or metal. Like, I guess the yellow would be the gold. So Kati's down to the last 20 pieces. But okay, but Marcia is very similar to Chiara, just on a different color. It's going to be interesting.
in a puzzle that has a lot of red, I have the tendency to go directly to red. And it's not necessarily the best choice. But then my eyes sees red immediately of everything. And sometimes I think like, no, the red is too much spread or something like that. But yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I tend to go for yellows or reds. The yellow jumped out to me. That's where I started. So my time for this one was 1 hour and 2 minutes and 58 seconds. So yeah, well, Victor's time is amazing. Okay, so 10 pieces for Kati, 25 Chiara, 30 Lenka, 20 Marcia, 25 Verena, 30 for Inga. Oh, and Kati's done. Oh, yes. Last piece for Kati. Now she's got to run to the other side of the room to click done. But we can see the puzzle is done.
Awesome. Wow.
So I've just been told Veronica is also very close. Yeah, so we have Veronica from Austria. Okay, got two little neat piles there. Okay, so Victor, so according to my timestamp, Victor was 37, but it was actually 35. So we started 2 minutes later. So
Chiara has one done.
Done for Chiara. Great. Well done, Chiara. So we had six, there was a 6 minute gap between Victor and Kati, and then within the same minute was Chiara. And we're going to have some really close finishes now. So we just had Chiara just less than a minute behind Kati. Let's check how Amelia is doing. So Amelia's also only got the blue left. Oh, Hannah, stay there. Hannah is done. Okay, got you.
Yes. Verena as well.
And Verena K. Yeah, so here it's going to go flying. Going to have to try to keep up with everyone. So Inga less than 10, Lenka about 5 pieces, but Marcia is going to get there first.
Wow. Okay. So Mari is still not there. Mari lost the connection with Mari. Lenka. Well done. So Victor, Kati, Chiara, Hannah, Verena, Marcia, Lenka, and Inga. All very close. Tobias is also on the home stretch. Inga. Oh, okay. Okay, so we've had eight finishes at 43 minutes. But I need to know who to put on next. Okay, and Veronica Vault has finished. And Amelia's last pieces. Well done. So is that our top 10? That looks like it. So top 10. Victor, Kati, Chiara, Hannah, Verena, Marcia, Lenka, Inga, Veronica,
Emilia. Well done. But I just got to keep my eyes out because I'm sure somebody else is about to finish soon. I can see Mona.
I see Andrea almost finishing.
Okay, I'm just going to write in the chat the top 10 so we can keep track of that. But yeah, a very convincing victory to Victor with 6 minutes ahead of second place. All right. So we're only at 45 minutes and we've already had 10 people finish. So yes, those who thought this would go fast, that was a good guess. And I think for most people, this was a first look. We're going to find out with Victor. Maybe this is one of the hundreds of puzzles he's done, or maybe this was his first attempt. Be interesting to see. So Andrea is going to take home 11th. Well done, Andrea.
Congrats, Andrea.
Yeah, I can't say that one was harder than the other. I think I would say slightly that the pouf soufflé, the yellow one with the stripes, was possibly easier than the other colors, but I think I needed as much time with the other colors as that. We'll find out from the podium what they thought of the puzzle and if they found that one was harder than the other.
This is the first time you use this brand in a competition, Michelle?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first time. Mm-hmm. No, there's in this batch there's no, in the next batch there's a lot more brands coming. So I keep finding more brands. So there are so many brands in Europe. Everyone has different box sizes and different images. So yeah, I'm very excited for you to discover all these new brands with me, and I keep finding more. It's unbelievable. There must be like, I don't know, there's even like there's so many French brands, so many Turkish and British brands, and we're just scraping the surface. And there's a lot of German independent ones as well. So we're just scratching the surface of puzzle brands in Europe. Okay, so it looks like Tobias is the next one. Okay, so Andrea wrote that this is a true test for someone who always does edges first, doesn't like to sort, and relies on dead reckoning 95% of the time. Thanks for showing me what I need to practice for Worlds next time. Yes, there's always something to learn. Every puzzle has something new to teach. And Tobias, well done. 12th. So I was still going, I was probably on the third one by now, the third box by now. It took me over an hour to do, but yeah, I mean, we don't have many puzzles that look like this. So it's not so comparable to other Ravensburger. I mean, Ravensburger, we have lots of like nature puzzles and then more like busy illustrations. So yeah, I can't say that it reminded me of any particular Ravensburger.
I don't know, probably somebody in the chat will help me to define the type of puzzle I like. I really like art, but not necessarily painting. So I like to show a puzzle I have here. It's a vintage one. It's part of a series of 5. I love this kind of puzzles. It's a Ravensburger, very old, but I don't know how I will call this type of puzzles. it, okay, it's vintage because it's old, but I don't know if it's pop art. It's a type of art.
It's like a retro art.
Yeah. Repetitive images, different textures, colors. Yeah, I really like this type of thing.
So after Tobias, Astrid and Veronica A finished. Laura has just got a handful left, and Sophie as well. So I think from now on, we're just going to see a constant stream of finishes. Oh, and I see Emma is about to finish as well. I will get to Victor very soon, but I can feel that these are just going to be running. I can see many people have got 3 blocks done. I can see Francisca, Mooney, and Katrin on 3 blocks. So yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this. And remember, this is the biggest competition, the biggest solo competition that we've had so far, with close to 90 participants. So the competition, yeah, was really stacked tonight. Yes, so what's happening in the YouTube chat? There's a lot of comments there. Something to do with baguettes. So, Amelia?
Yeah, they are talking that in French, the magic wand is called the baguette. But then somebody's telling, yeah, but baguette, isn't it a bread? And they are clarifying, yes, but this is how you call the magic wand in French. And then people is replying, okay, I imagine the magicians doing like this with a baguette, with a bread in the hand or something like that.
Oh, so so a magic wand is a baguette, and is the same word as baguette?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm learning so much about French ways for Harry Potter tonight. People have been very active in the comments. Thank you very much. And Amelia is commenting, she wanted the Mickey puzzle from this brand.
Yeah, so there is a puzzle. So there's quite a big selection, like a decent amount of 500-piece puzzles from this brand. And one of them is a Mickey Mouse puzzle.
Oh, Matt is clarifying. A magical wand is a baguette magique. It's a magic bread.
Okay, so Victor, if you're there, you can join us. And Mona is done. So now they're all just rolling in very closely. So, Victor said that your picture was a geometrical design.
Okay. So I really like geometrical designs then.
I mean, I know nothing about art. That's what I heard in one of the Karen's videos.
Okay. No, I have those. In fact, this is a collection of 5. Very steady, very thick. And I have this one, and let me take the other one. I have it ready because I'm gonna build a puzzle mashup. You know, this is when you mix the 2 puzzles. Look how wonderful this is. Mm-hmm. And they are matching in cut.
Oh.
Yes, that's the requisite. You need to find 2 puzzles that are matching in the cut, and then you can mix them and do stuff. So I don't know. I'm thinking exactly what I'm gonna do: a stop motion video, or I really into these last days. I'm having a lot of fun with those type of creations.
I wanted to do the same with Ravensburgers, but since the cut is always kind of like shifted a little bit, it didn't fit right in.
Then I give you a tip: circle of colors. I have all of them, and not of the same year. They match. So I already did some puzzle mashup with those. and as well the panorama, because there are not so many options in the market. I discovered 2 panoramas released the same year, and what they did, they just flip 180 degrees the image, so I could match up them as well. But then you need to have a space to keep the puzzle completed and save it and try out with possible matches. And for me, trying out, I check if I wonder, those are from the same year. Let me check. So I keep one assemble, and then when I make another one, or I just check the corners. If the corners are matching, I go ahead with a mashup. I really like that.
So yeah, the rotation in the 180 degrees, it's also true for other Ravensburgers. But like because this is basically the same cat, so I can show it on this.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at this piece, sometimes it's like very wide, and this kind of shape was in my Paris postcard.
Well, I have to leave to pick.
Oh, Andrea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it varies, so that's why it doesn't fit always.
Yes, and I discover sometimes they move a little bit ahead the cut. So you might have the same shape, but they don't match because it has been a little bit misplaced, or moved a little bit.
It was shifted, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So Victor, another winning.
It's like the second one.
Come on. This year has been amazing for you. In general.
Actually, the only time I won was when you were doing commentating as well.
Then everybody's discovering our secret, huh?
Yeah.
I bring you luck, I don't know. Okay, yeah, nice remark. Okay, good. So, and I was
kind of looking at the list of commentators and was like, is it that day? Is it going to happen?
And it's the only one I'm co-hosting, helping Michelle for this first season. The rest I'm doing a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
But then I will be helping in the next one as well. It's always a pleasure. It's always so nice to see. And I see your collection is growing, Victor. The last time we talked, you already have a lot, but I see more puzzles in your background.
This collection is like the collection that doesn't fit on the right spot of the right correction. It's like growing in different shapes and brands, but like this side of the room is like where Ravensburg is, which I had to rearrange lately because the 2 columns reached the ceiling eventually, and I needed to take them into 3 and rotate the other column, and it's like now it's in 4 columns, and I can buy more, and I did.
Wow, good. So then what's going to happen next? Maybe, I don't know, you need to rent another place?
Probably. This is actually a thing that I am kind of scared of, thinking about moving out, because it's like, what am I going to do?
Yes. No, I'm very pleased that I started with this year, and I had already few puzzles from my own, but now I am starting to strengthen my network for exchanging puzzles. And in this way, I keep, my stock under control. So then in the Dutch association, we are talking more people to each other. And then we will be launching a kind of system online where we can exchange puzzles within the group. So, and then I think that's very, now I get the Dutch word in duurzaam. It's like Larissa, how would you translate duurzaam? Duurzaam? It's a way to respect the environment and all this kind of thing. So, and then as well the pocket and the stock you have at home. So yes, so maybe with I see a lot of things happening in Poland lately. with the puzzlers. Maybe you can strengthen that part as well. Exchanging, I know you already do.
I'm not exchanging puzzles that much. I think that I
Okay.
have like only one person that I exchange puzzles with, and it was like my original kind of first of teammate, and the teammate never went to Worlds because she had to cancel the trip. But then it was like I think in March when she said like she's not going to Worlds, so we had time to like find by this time it was like only me, but I was like I need to find a team, and I think I have those puzzles are borrowed from her, and I think I borrowed one of mine. But like there is a thing when I borrow puzzles. It is a problem because I think if I wanted to like have a proper exchange and to like always have something new to work on, I would need to meet people at least 3 times a week.
Because you are really quick. You are done with that very quick, I guess.
Yeah, so when I borrow 4 puzzles, I do it in like one day.
Yeah, I can
and
imagine.
I'm like, and what now? I don't have mine.
Yeah, so then you need to find someone that lives really close by to be able to keep the peace. Yeah. But if you need to travel, I don't know, 2 hours, then it's a different story.
Yeah, that is true. So right now I'm only renting puzzles to my friend that we did the Paris competition with locally in Krakow. And I think I give some like 3 puzzles a week for her to try it out and to see how it goes. I don't know if it's like she considers it training. Maybe she does, but I don't think she's as focused on like trying to get better. She's just enjoying the fact that she can do unlimited amount of puzzles.
Yeah, I recognize myself maybe in that spot. Of course, I'm getting better slowly, but then I really like to assemble something, to enjoy it and look at the angle and whatever, and having fun with that stuff is becoming more and more appealing to me, although I keep practicing, of course.
And she is like taking her times to see if like what puzzles are faster and which are slower for her. But I don't think I'm at this point that I can tell that I indoctrinated her into speed puzzling enough.
Okay. And then what did you find about this puzzle? I saw how you were approaching it. And then I heard the comments of Michelle, who have done the puzzle, that maybe the images inside were kind of similar in gray colors. But how did you experience this puzzle?
Yeah, so what I wanted to do first was to like try to do the border, because I knew that it would help me. Because when I look at the coats of arms, what I thought was that they're symmetrical, and I hate symmetrical puzzles. And these are like 4 symmetrical puzzles.
So maybe then you cannot join me doing these graphic puzzles that I just showed you, huh?
Well, I mean, yours is like repetitive.
Yeah.
And this is like symmetrical, like vertical symmetry. So it's like the same thing. I had really big problems with the polygon lion. I hate this puzzle. And with this one, when I saw like the symmetry and that it is not really easy to do in any of those, I was like, okay, so if I want to do something, I can start with the edge and then think about what I want to do next. And the next thing was that I was like, maybe I should start with the blue section, because the blue is like, this is the side of the puzzle that I normally like have the best knowledge about the piece cuts, like, so I can like kind of recognize what is going on in there. But I was like, yeah, this blue isn't really looking fun to me. And when I looked at the intersection between like the border between yellow and blue, I was like, yeah, I can find pieces that have like both yellow and blue, But when I look at it, it's like it is easier to find yellow pieces with blue on them, or to try to look for the yellow because it's like more standing out.
Mhm.
So that's what I started with the yellow. And why did I go to red instead of the blue? I don't know. It just
Okay.
was like, well, I think I'm doing red now.
Yeah, and then something that calls my attention, when you were finishing the green,
Yeah.
you were approaching to the puzzle. If it's me, but I'm not as quick as you, obviously, I will flip the puzzle to have it close to me to finish it here. You know, like I puzzle here. But then
Yeah.
you move all the pieces very quick to that corner and you move to the puzzle. I noticed that, and that calls my attention because I see in your way of assembling that you normally keep it closed. But then this one, I don't know, it flew in this way. I noticed.
Yeah, I hate vertical puzzles. When I get one, I'm crying inside. And this is true for like any Ravensburger. And I got 2 vertical puzzles in World. And I was like, why me? Why? And now when I was like, okay, I can kind of separate the tiles, the 4 quarters. And I was like, essentially I could start with like the red and green to like have it close to me and just push it aside and just go to the next ones. But I was like, this green is so hard. When I look at it, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this, because it has like the most silver parts, and also the greenish. The dark green is very repetitive across all the image. When you look at, for example, the blue, the coat of arms is kind of similar color to the blue background, but the texture is very different.
Okay.
And also there is like this little rock. You can see yellow feet of the crow and everything. And the same with like the yellow and the red. So I wanted to do those that I can like see, because I agree with Andrea on the comment that like this is a not very good puzzles for people that just do the dev recording, because I always do that. And here I was like, okay, I need to stop. I need to just look at it and be like, okay. And especially since you had like around every coat of arms, you had a gradient that was going like a radiation. So it was the lightest in the middle and the darker outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you had to head in
Sorry,
mind.
by the way, this is how Emilia built it. Emilia built all the frames really with the gradients, and then she ended working in the center, in the coat
like
of
the
arms.
gradients,
Yes.
the edges, like also the borders inside, or
Yeah, she built the whole frame, everything, and then you could see like holes on each color, and then she started completing the center of everything. Yes.
Okay, so I was going from two sides. Basically, I decided I want to do section by section. I didn't want to like do many at once. Only at the very start, I collected the writings. And yeah, funny thing, I have, because it was this rare occasion when I didn't mute the commentary. I always do that right now, recently, but I was like, I can listen, because this time this puzzle probably won't go that well. And I was like, I've heard, I think it was Michelle saying that on this puzzle the names are different, and I am a Harry Potter fan, so I was like, okay,
I wanted to ask.
I would understand
what would be your house.
I think the Ravenclaw.
Okay, and why?
Yeah, but I was like, recently when I do writing, I tend not to look at the writing, like the letters. I just look at the background. So even though Michelle said that this is like in different language, I don't think I actually would have noticed it, because I was just like taking the yellow background with the writing, the blue background with the writing, and it's like kind of went together pretty well, because like I think 5 pieces only each. So it was really easy to do. But going back to the question, I was doing each of the quarters from both ways. So when I was stuck with trying to do the coat of arms, I shifted to trying to do either the most dark section of the gradient or the lightest ones. So I was like going from the inside and the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And it could have been confusing to if it didn't like, because I had so much luck with this puzzle. Many times I was just like trying this piece for the first time in this place, and it just went in. I was like, oh, that is lucky. Okay, I don't mind it. And I think it would be really hard to like, if I were missing many times, probably I would have had pieces inside the puzzle, and it would be really confusing and messy. And it didn't happen this time, so I think that's why it was so fast.
You know this, what you say, okay, I just put it and it matched. I was watching the live streams of words in Spanish, and they call it the connection eye-hand, the ojo-mano, la conexión ojo-mano, they say. Have you heard about that?
I didn't, and I
They
thought about
describe it in this way.
Yeah, I thought it's about something in the same name, but not the same definition. Because the hand-eye connection is what I wanted to like include in my soon-to-be like maybe new live stream, when I will like explain how to move fast with your hands. And this is like the main thing that you need to have, is to not really try to be very fast, but always
Accurate.
if you're looking somewhere else, your hand has to go there. It's like you are looking somewhere and your hand has to go there. And that is why it's so fast, because it's like you're just following your inner speed and not like you're actively trying to like go faster and faster. You can try to do this, but your pieces will just fly everywhere. So this is not really recommended.
So you're talking here about accuracy, that you recognize it, done. That's it. And then you are effective as well, because you are using your movement in an effective way. You are not wasting your time, literally.
Yeah. So when you think about it, when all of your mistakes accumulate, then if you have a tendency to just look at the pieces and to try to look for some section, something you're looking for, or for like some pieces that you can recognize and you can just grab them and place them in if you are doing that reckoning thing, then if you are not using your hands in the same time as you are looking at the pieces, so your hands aren't in the exact same spot when your eyes are looking at the pieces, you're losing, let's say, half of a second. But if you repeat that 200 times for each piece,
yes,
it is going to add up.
Yes, of course. Yeah, and and then I think when you are the competition is people is becoming better and better and better. Really, the few seconds matter. So that's why, you need to invest on improving your effectiveness. Yes, I do agree. In concept, you need to do something in your channel, like get someone super slow like me as a challenge and try to train me, and then wow.
I was kind of thinking about it wouldn't be a giveaway. It would be like this kind of fun event, because I'm pretty close to reaching 1,000 followers. So I want
in your channel in YouTube.
No,
in Instagram as well?
the Instagram.
Great.
And I was like, maybe for 1,000 followers, I can do something along the lines of, let's choose one person from people that will like volunteer to be the
guinea pig,
leveraging mouth. And I would in the live stream or like in the different setup, just try to like talk about their favorite speed puzzle and to like analyze what's being done. I would like basically watch them do this puzzle, and it would like be very interactive, but also everyone would see it. So yeah, this is the other thing. So it will be like two different types of people. I think most of people wouldn't actually want to be on like the broadcast to like for everyone to see if someone is for some reason maybe not ashamed, but like doesn't want to show what they're doing wrong or like what their current state of speed
I don't
puzzling
mind to help and collaborate. Sometimes I feel I'm being super hard with myself. When I started with this, I was 2 hour 40, and now I am able to do it within 1.5 hours. It's not really bad, but I don't see my progress like under an hour. So I was trying too hard, and then that was giving me stress. And I said, I love this. I am okay with this 1.5 hours, and it will become better. But it will take time probably, but it will become better. But I don't mind. I could help you, really.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. So when I do a poll for volunteers, please type in.
Yeah, why not? Great.
Although I'm not sure if I will do it. It's just like an idea that I had for like 2 days. So
Yes.
I tend to change my mind. When you look at like my content on the Instagram, it's very varying. It's like analysis, receipts, just post, maybe a reel. It's like I do like random stuff.
But this is super good. Thanks for being there.
All right. Well, congratulations, Victor, on another a victory for Victor.
Yeah.
You've got the right name. Oh yeah. Question: were you familiar with this brand? Had you seen this one before?
This is a difficult question because maybe not difficult question. The answer is complex because I have never tried this brand, but I was very confused with this brand because I knew it existed when I went to Polish Amazon and I was buying puzzles there, which I no longer do. I would see when I like type in Ravensburger 500, I would see Nathan puzzles, and I was like, "But why? Like, what is wrong with the algorithm? Why is it showing me Nathan puzzles?" And when I opened it, I was like, "Oh, Nathan puzzle. Okay, I can find out what it is." And then you said it's like the Ravensburger, and when I opened up the box and when I saw the puzzle dust and the blue cardboard, I was like, "Oh, this is my place to be."
Oh, that's
so
fun.
I think I would try to get some because there are like so many different and new images that I never tried before, and it's like basically the same puzzle, only it's more glossy.
Yeah. So you also notice that it's a bit glossy. Yeah. So but yeah, interesting that you knew that they existed. All right. Well, thank you very much, Victor, and congratulations. And see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, the finishes are just rolling on in. As every minute, we're having like 4 people finish. So I'm really struggling to keep up with the screen. So I'm glad that you were busy conversing with Victor while I was checking on who's finishing and trying to put them up on the screen. So let's bring in Kati, who was our second place finisher today.
I'm sorry, I don't have my camera here, but you can talk to me.
Okay, good. Then I'll just good. So tell us what you thought of today's puzzle.
Well, I really liked it. I think it's kind of my type of image, like having these distinct small sections, and it's like obvious 4 different colors. You can really clearly separate them. I really liked it. And obviously the quality is great because it's just the same as the Ravensburger.
Were you aware of this kind of French brand of Ravensburger? Did you know that it existed?
Well, I found out about it when I was in Ravensburg the other day. I think it was 1 or 2 weeks ago. And I actually saw them being produced there. So I knew about the brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never done one before.
Yeah, which is interesting because on the package it does say made in France. So, or was I just imagining that? It's got a French address on there. Well, I can't read the text. Maybe I just read that off of another company. Another French brand. Okay, so maybe I stand corrected. Maybe they are made in the German factory, in which case they are the same quality. Oh, Chiara says that hers is made in Germany. Oh, but I think Chiara can read French. Oh yes, Fabrik in Alemania. Okay, I stand correct. Yep. Alemania. Would you like to tell us about your visit to Ravensburger, or is that top secret?
No, sure. I was invited to visit the factory, and actually I wanted to share something about it because Daniela and Victor were talking about the piece cut, and they were saying that from puzzle to puzzle it differs, because it's slightly shifted, but actually it's not that it's shifted, but the cutting tools are made by hand, and this is why many pieces don't exactly match and don't exactly interlock, because it's just like a handwriting by the different manufacturers who actually make the templates by themselves, with hands. So this is why it differs.
Sorry, say that again. So there is a difference between the piece cuts? Do you mean that is there one Ravensburger cut, or do you mean that there is the several?
There's a drawing with the noses and how the pieces are gonna be like a template, and then they make the cutting tools by moving the those I don't know how to say that in English, it's the metal, and they put it inside wood to make this cutting tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is done by hand. So and then these cutting tools are used several times until they aren't sharp enough anymore. And every puzzle that is done with the exact same cutting tool obviously has the exact same cut and will interlock also from image to image. You can interlock different images. But then once the cutting tool is changed because it's not sharp enough anymore, and somebody else, another person had done it by had made the cutting tool, then it's slightly different than the batch that was produced before.
Okay, that's really interesting. So there's multiple of these cutting tools. I guess yes. I guess I never really thought about it before, but sure, every cutting tool needs to be sharpened and to be replaced at some point.
Yeah.
So that's fascinating. So you actually saw these basically these stamps, or these what they use to make the impressions and to cut the pieces.
Yes, I did see them. I saw the whole manufacturing process from the puzzles being printed and glued on the this blue background, and then being cut and put inside the boxes, and also how they are stored and delivered. So it's pretty huge there. It was really impressive.
Oh, that sounds fascinating. I'd really love to go there and check it out. I saw a video this week on Instagram of they have this new packing machine which basically weighs and measure the boxes. Like let's say if somebody buys 3 puzzles, then they're scanned, and then they go into this machine, and then the machine automatically weighs and scans the dimensions and knows exactly how much cardboard it needs to wrap the size of the box. It's fascinating. I mean, it makes my operation, we have a picking and packing station with human hands that take the boxes and put tape on it, and there's this giant machine with automatic tape, and very impressive.
Yeah, it's super fascinating.
And who were you there with?
I was there with Jana. And we were invited over to stay also for a night in a hotel, and then visit the factory and talk with the employees there, and just had a great time together.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, because I mean, this is such a big operation, but it's not just. Was it just puzzles, or did you also see like do they make other toys there?
They
Board
also
games?
make board games, but only the paper-related stuff. Everything that has to be done by plastic, like for board games, that is produced in the Czech Republic. But I only saw the puzzling, like everything puzzle related.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just a moment. I just have to. It's just people are running. We only have 20 puzzles left, so that means like about 70 people have finished. If everybody turned up, I'll just update the screen. One moment.
I wonder which color most of the people started with, because I think that's really interesting to see, like, which color are different people drawn to. I would assume that the yellow was mostly done at last because the inner image is most similar to the yellow.
I feel like there was a lot of blue left, but then again, on the screen right now we have one person doing yellow, one person doing green, one person doing red, and two doing blue. Yeah. Daniela, are you there? I think Daniela said she had problems with her microphone. Okay, so she's logged out for the moment. Yeah, did this puzzle remind you of another one? Have you done any image similar to this one?
No, not at all. And I don't know anything about Harry Potter, so I mean, at least I know that it is a Harry Potter puzzle. But yeah, other than that, no idea.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Harry Potter, but I did. I enjoyed the puzzle, the puzzling value of it.
Yeah, same.
And yeah, so what's next for you in coming up next year for puzzle competitions and plans?
Yeah, first of all, there's the official German championship in February. I will participate in individual first and foremost, and I'm also going to be there with Chiara in pairs and teams, but we are not allowed to compete in the official like ranking because Chiara doesn't have the German citizenship, so it's only the individual round where I'm seriously competing. But at least we can still be there and puzzle, so that's cool.
Oh, really? So it just doesn't count that. So it has to be two Germans to be in the ranking.
Yeah, it's been a discussion. I'm not a fan of this, but yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I tried to convince some people to change it, but yeah, it didn't quite work. And it is how it is now. I think, yeah, we just gonna have to accept it, and yeah.
Okay, so that means that if you are on the podium, well, if you let's say if you're in the top 3, you wouldn't be, you couldn't receive a trophy or a medal.
Exactly. So there is the prize is being sponsored for Worlds, and then cash prize for the second and third. And we are just gonna be in an extra ranking or in an extra prize pool where you get a puzzle if you are the first. So I assume we're gonna get a puzzle. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess there might be also other pairs participating who are from. I mean, they did open it up to internationals, and there are also many expats living in Germany, including myself. So there are possibly others with non-German citizenship who would be participating. So they can participate, they get a ranking, but then they would not be in the prizes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Interesting. And what about teams?
Yeah, in teams it's the same, and since we have at least one member who doesn't have the German citizenship, who is Chiara, we will not be in the official prize pool again. So we're gonna be it's gonna be Chiara, me, and my sister, and we're just going to be there and have fun and see how fast we can be against other teams of 4.
Okay, so then you're going to put your most of your efforts then into your individual round, and there you can give it your all. Save yourself. Give it your all. All right, Daniela, you're back in again.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I had troubles with the phone and microphone. I needed to restart the laptop. Thanks for the patience.
Did you have any comments or questions for Kati?
Yeah, I think when I rejoined, you were talking you will participate in the German nationals. Are you planning to attend others? I am really looking forward to the Belgium and to the Danish. I have a brother living in Copenhagen, so I have my eye on those. But as a foreigner, I need to wait, and I understand that the first registration goes for the residents of the country. Are you planning to go to other championships, nationals?
I haven't planned yet, but I think I actually might do it because I'm going to take a free semester in summer semester. So I'm going to have time. So maybe I will.
Okay, great.
And also, maybe if it's going to be possible, I will still join the 24-hour marathon in France in March, but that's not that yet. So
okay. Okay. And are you planning to do something for the International Puzzling Day? Here in the Netherlands, we will gather the 25th of January to celebrate not only, we are planning to do more social, like puzzle games. Are you going to do something in Germany about that?
I don't know anything about it. I assume we are not. Yeah, but also currently I'm working on my bachelor's thesis, so I wouldn't have like much free time.
I fully understand. Yes. Yeah, and I don't know, do you mind to share on what is your thesis going to be about?
Well, it's about code translation with AI. So it's in computer science, and I will evaluate like how well large language models are capable of translating legacy code into a modern programming language.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, I was talking with Karin Harmsten, who is participating today, that, you know, we notice quite often people involving in puzzling, all these kind of things, we have a kind of similar tendency of careers somehow, you know. Yeah, okay. Interesting to hear. Thanks for sharing.
Sure.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thanks, Kati. Another good placement for you today, and glad you enjoyed the puzzle.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing a bit about Ravensburger. There was a bit of a teaser on there on your Instagram, so I look forward to when you can share that news with the rest of us.
There will be news. I think it's going to be maybe even this year.
Ooh, okay. Well, we still got two weeks of this year.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, well, everyone's doing fantastic. I mean, we've had so many finishes. We still have some puzzles left. Maya, Kirsty, Wendy, Daria, Lynn, Anna, Kirsten, Sandra, Julie, Pavey, and Monique. But yeah, we have 26 minutes left. So I think everyone's going to finish, or everyone has a really good chance. Keep up the pace. I know it's getting a bit tiring now after puzzling for 90 minutes. But yeah, Wendy's just got a handful left, and Maya as well. So let's have a chat with Kiara.
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, so tell us about this puzzle.
Well, I liked it. It's my kind of puzzle, which
I really like your earrings, by the way. Sorry. I really like your earrings.
Oh, thank you. My snowman cat. I don't know. It's not busy, finally. So much more my kind of puzzles. I really enjoyed putting it together. And yeah, it was easy to sort and fun to do. So thanks for choosing this. And I didn't know these existed. I assume you're going to ask me soon, the brand. No, I had never heard about this. I knew that Ravensburger is producing puzzles also for other brands, but like this one I had never heard of. So this was totally a surprise for me.
Hmm. So you were expecting a Ravensburger, and then it pulled out all this French text and had to do a double take, or?
I actually didn't really have time to figure out what it was, because last time I got the puzzles from the AJJ, they were so many that most of them I left, like I put down in the cellar. So I actually went down like earlier in a break during meetings, or like during work meetings, to just grab the new boxes, including this one. And I didn't compare it to anything. So I actually looked at the box size 10 minutes before it started. And I was like, oh, it could maybe be a Ravensburger, but I didn't even have time to go and check it against another box. And I was very surprised. I started guessing it might be when like you started asking the questions later. I was like, oh, maybe it is a Ravensburger then.
Wow, I am just Googling a little bit about the brand, and look what I found in 1,500 pieces. I don't know if visible.
Oh, Paris, what? Paris postcard?
Yes, they have it in 1,500 pieces.
Oh, wow.
It's exactly the same, but then big format.
And just the Tower Eiffel, right?
Exactly, with a close-up in the center. And the postcard is there, and the flag, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow.
Things to research, I guess.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people will be checking out Natan after this.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one doing this now.
Yeah, well,
so
I
maybe
hope
people, are you checking? Could you please share with us?
Yeah, well, I was hoping it would. I was really excited about this one because I was assuming that for most people, like 90% of people, it wouldn't be on their radar. So that was making me more excited. I did want it to be a big surprise.
It has been.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yes. So for those who don't know, today I made a post we did tallied up the results. It's been a bit slow just because it was so busy, but we did tally up the results for the quarter of July to August of 24, and the overall winner was Kiara. So that was very exciting. So congratulations on a second win. There will be a little wooden trophy heading out to you soon.
I'm looking forward to putting it together with the other trophy. Thanks. I'm glad. I guess like the consistency has paid off, and being one of the first few to join into the AJJ at the beginning and doing all of them. And yeah, it has been really nice having this to train for Worlds. So thanks.
Yeah.
As always.
No, I mean, you did really amazing, and just comparing, like when I was looking at the different images that we had, like, yeah, lots of busy images and some different cartoons, and just quite a different range of images, and you're always like consistent in the top 10, and it paid off. And even if you had done less competition, so you did participate in almost all of them, but even if you had done less of them, because of your average points, you still would have come first, even if you had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that, because there's a lot of people that have been faster than me. I guess they haven't been as consistent with their placement.
Yeah, because we had the average points next to it, so you can also like kind of calculate, like if you took away like your points were roughly like 59, 60 points. So if you took that away, guessing that's like one competition, then it's still ahead of the people who were next, because there was like slightly less. So in any case, even if you had done like 3 less competitions, if you had kept up that average, you would have still been in the top position. Yeah, but you're taking a break, and the next year you're doing less.
A little bit, yes. I'm taking a little bit of a break. Well, not as much of one, I guess, since like I still have most of the puzzles until like mid-January, and then like yeah, I'm taking a break for like the last drop. I only got the 1,000 individual. I'm really curious to see how that goes. But I think it's the only one that I bought from the last batch. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. It has been a bit exhausting, and Worlds is far away, and you know I'm not in university having like infinite free time as a few other people, and so yeah, I'm going to take it a bit more slow, at least at the beginning of the year, even though like there's still things going on, because I'm going to meet up with Kati again, and we are going to go to the German nationals, and then there is like the France 24 hours, and so like there's still a lot of puzzling going on. So I thought maybe I can relax for a little bit and do a little bit less online competitions, and then pick it up again when we're getting closer to Worlds, and I'm going to put more of my free time into training.
Have we talked since? Oh, yeah, no, you and Kati won on the weekend with the Pairs 1000.
Yes, yeah. But I don't think we've talked from Worlds till then, I think. A lot of new fast people have shown up, or like Victor has improved a lot, and like so on and so forth. So I have still been mostly consistent, like in the top 10 or so, but I don't think I've placed these well for quite a while.
Yeah, and you've been traveling a lot. You've been sharing these posts of like yourself with puzzles or at puzzle locations.
Yeah, I've done a couple of vacations, yes, and so yeah, I brought the puzzles with me, and I'm still like posting like from like the London trip. I still have a few to post, and like that was just one long weekend, but I'm slowly like making my posts with the puzzles.
That's what I was wondering. Do you travel with all those puzzles to because you are going to that location, or do you plan your holidays in those locations because you have seen it in the puzzle? What's going on there?
It's the second. Like it has been kind of random. Like actually, like I have to thank my husband who started this. So we were traveling to the north of Germany like the 2 weeks after Worlds, or more or less. Like we always go to Essen for the Spielemesse. It's like a big board game fair. And so like doing that, we usually take a couple of extra days off and like stop in a couple of cities like on the way, like in Germany. And I'm not sure if you knew that already or not, but like so like one of our like stops like fell through because like we were going to visit a castle, but it ended up being closed, and we find out the week before. So instead of going there, we went to Rothenburg, I think is the name, which is the place from which there is the image from the puzzle that we had in the semifinals at Worlds. I'm not sure if we would have gone there anyway or not, but like, so like he noticed and like he knew and like he told me. And so like we said, well, let's bring the puzzle and take the picture. And then since we were doing that, it's like, well, but maybe like there's also other spots that have that. And so we figured out that there are other two spots in that town, which is super pretty, by the way, like that also like are puzzle images. And so we did it there. And then I think it was kind of improvised. It was like, you know, people liked it. I had fun doing it.
Yes.
And so like while we were driving up, like the day after towards the next location, I just, you know, looked up online, like, is there a puzzle of this other place that we are going to? And then I found it. And then so I started, like, I did the rest of that series. And then it was the same, like we were doing this weekend trip to Ljubljana. And so I looked up like what puzzles exist of places that we are going to see anyway. And then we did the same for London. And for London, we actually planned it like a bit more, like we added like all the spots like on the map of like, where do we want to go to take the puzzle picture? and I pre-planned that time. So like if you look like the last few pictures from London, I again have, well, not the puzzle because I didn't have room in the suitcase, but like I did print it out like just on, for paper. And so I had the image with me.
Oh, really, really great idea, Chiara. I really like it. Yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
An extra thing to do.
Really good. Because I think then you inspire me. I really like Ravensburger. They have a series of with James Risi. He was an American pop artist. And then I found in Germany, there is the Happy House of James Risi. So it is a place in, maybe I pronounce it wrong, Brunswick, something like that. Well, where you go and they build those buildings with the silly faces. James Risi was
yeah, I know the image. I think I have a 5,000.
I have that as well. And then I have here waiting one 1,500 and others. But then that place is in my list that, if I go to Germany, I want to visit that place because of the puzzle. And then, I saw, I check about that. And then I saw your idea and I said, yeah, it is a very great idea. So thanks for the inspiration. Yeah, one day, I don't know when, I will try to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun.
And did you finish the 5,000?
I haven't started it yet. No, it's in my giant to-do pile.
Yeah, because I remember you mentioned you like a very big puzzles, but I don't know, this is a normal size for you or?
It is, but I usually don't have the time. So lately, like I do up to 3,000. I do just normally, in the evening here and there. And then what I'm doing usually is like now, like in the Christmas holidays, in the last 2 years, I've done a 9,000. So I will do that again, starting, next weekend. And I usually have been doing like a 5,000 in the summer when we have, 1 or 2 weeks off. And
that you have more time. Yeah.
So that I can actually complete it in a reasonable amount of time, because otherwise it's not as fun if you drag it on for like months because you don't have the time to do it.
Correct. And then a risk of losing a piece here and there or things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that happens anyway, but.
Okay. No, nice.
Yeah, well, thanks very much, Chiara, and congrats on 3rd place today. And yeah, glad you enjoyed the puzzle, and see you again in the next one for you is in January, or are you working? Are you going to be here on Thursday as well?
I think I'm here on Thursday as well. But yeah, I think see you like on Thursday.
See you soon. All right, thanks very much for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so we have, so it's 1 hour 48 minutes, so we have about 12 minutes left, and looks really, looks like Sandra only has the blue left, so she's going to most likely finish within the time. And Monique has done yellow and blue. Julie's got yellow and red done, so yeah, and Pivy has done blue and green. So yeah, keep working away. It's 12 minutes, a lot can happen in there. Yeah, keep going strong. I'll just bring in our guest for this evening, Saka, who I'm very curious to meet. We've seen her name several times in the results, but I don't know anything about her other than she's from Czech. So Saka, if you're there, you can turn your microphone and your camera on.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sarka.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you too. I feel like a superstar now because I never thought this would happen. So.
Can you tell us how to say your name just so we can remember that for next time?
Sharka. It's Sharka.
Saraka. Okay.
Sharka?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Sharka.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you like to tell us how you got into speed puzzling? Or
yeah. I thought about it, and I think it was from like Karen Puzzles channel. I just watched her. I think it was Words recap of 2022, and I was really excited. And then the next year as well. And actually, my husband found that there was a Czech competition. It wasn't nationals; it was unofficial. But I was really excited and just went there. And then nothing happened pretty much. But we were looking for like online competitions and found the Eucharist competition. So I attended 2 of them this year, and then yours speed puzzling. So I just fell right into it, and now I have 5 more puzzles, I think, for the next 2 months. So yeah.
Great. And how sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I when I found about the speed puzzling, I just tried to like casually myself, and it was around 1 hour, I think. So I thought, oh, all right, maybe I could do this. And now I like time myself all the time, I would say, or not right now. I'm doing like 9,000 puzzle, which occupies my desk and all the room for like the past 6 weeks. So I don't time myself on that or on like 1,000s, but on 500s mostly. Yes. Yeah. So I'm just like trying to speed up, but I feel I'm so chaotic all the time, so I need to work on that.
Yeah, which 9,000 piece puzzle are you doing?
It's the Disney Gallery one. I think Kiara was doing it also a few years ago. So it's just like Disney characters in golden frames in a gallery.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, but it has like the golden frames are like half of the pieces, so I'm quite like I'm over it right now, and now only what's missing are like the dark pieces of the background. So maybe, I don't know, 1,000 pieces left.
Daniela, you have to turn your mic on. Sorry, there was some extra feedback coming through your mic, so I had to mute you, but you can unmute yourself.
Okay, thanks. No, I wanted to ask about 9,000 pieces. You know, my biggest has been the 5,000 of Risi, by coincidence, what Chiara was just talking about, and that the pieces came in 3 bags. But then I heard that for bigger puzzlers, then they come already divided, let's say, per sections in bags. So for a 9,000, does this come already divided per sections, or?
It was in 2. It was in 2 bags, but I just mixed it together to be more like cruel to myself. Yeah, because I was thinking if I just do the sections separately, it won't be like 9,000. So why not? But the biggest before that my puzzle was 5,000 of Neuschwanstein. It's I don't know, almost 30 years old. So it's like Ravensburger vintage, I would say, and I have it on my wall. So I thought, okay, maybe something bigger. And actually, the 5,000 back then was only in 1 bag as well. Yeah, and then I did, I think, 4,000, and it was in 2 bags, but it wasn't like spreading all the pieces. So I just mixed this all together, and now it's taking me a very long time because I only puzzle at night when the kids go to sleep. Yeah, so it's just I think I'm working on it for 6 weeks, and I would love to finish by Christmas, but Christmas is coming very soon, so we'll see.
Okay, thanks. No, the Risi, you know, the pieces were not divided per sections. They were mixed inside the bags. So anyway, I needed to mix them. But I am wondering for bigger piece, you know, those puzzles, I never participated on those, you know, like events of assembling 42,000 and I know those are popular, and they split the bags. But yeah, I'm curious. Maybe I will join one day. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mix like 42,000 pieces together. Yeah, because right now I have the puzzle on like four separate desks, not desks, but
Boards.
four separate boards, and it's all over. And I can only see two of the boards at once, so I need to like put the pieces for the two other boards by side, and then switch it, and it's like all the time. So it's quite frustrating. I think I will stay by like 5,000 at most next time.
We have a friend in the Benelux social speed puzzling club that we have here. Is Humeira. She went as well to Worlds, and then she loves big puzzles. And she has one video. I will put her Instagram on the chat if you are interested to see, where she has done the 42,000 of masterpieces. But she has an amazing video with a drone and going from up is really top. Yeah,
okay,
really impressive. I will put it in the chat on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I also wanted to do the live puzzle with 24,000 pieces, but that's too big. So in my home, I wouldn't even see the image completed like together. So I'm hesitating. Yeah. Because it's like 4.5 meters long. So yeah. That would be a nightmare here.
Yeah, I don't see doing this myself. It will take me years, literally.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward for this one to like when I have a clear desk and start doing 500 puzzles again, because I haven't done any except the competitions. So for past 6 weeks. So I'm looking forward to like doing a puzzle under an hour again.
Saka, I wanted to ask, you've done pairs competitions with us.
Yeah.
With your child. How old is your child?
Yeah, it's Lucy, my daughter, and she is 6.
Wow, I think she's the youngest participant in the Euro Jigsaw Jam.
I think so, but we only competed like in the evening, and she was so tired. I needed to like hype her up, and it was quite tiring. But we would love to try like Sunday morning sometime maybe. Yeah, but not thousands. I would love to do like the 1,000 piece count, but she wouldn't do it. It would have to be like a very easy puzzle, because we usually do puzzle together, 500, but some like I don't know, Disney characters as well. Some like something very easy, and she can even do them again then on her own. But yeah, it has to be just something like very easy.
No, that's amazing that you've that she's brave enough to participate in a 500-piece puzzle competition with you.
Yeah, she thinks it's fun, so I'm glad I have a pair, because it's my only chance to like puzzle with a pair. Yeah, I don't know anyone who would like to puzzle speed puzzle, so she's the only one, and she's very brave.
Yeah, but that's great that she gives it a go. Yeah, I mean, we do have sometimes tricky puzzles for pairs, even for 2 adults. So I hope she doesn't get too overwhelmed if you participate again.
Yeah, she usually says it's fun, and she's looking forward. So yeah, I think.
Great. So we just want to mention that we have just under 2 minutes left. So Sandra, go. You've only got a handful there. You can finish in the time frame. And Monique only has green left. So yeah, just lock in a few more of those pieces. And Julie and Pavli, yeah, just get a few more pieces in. All right, well done, Sandra. Well done, just made it.
Great.
Great, yeah. Any advice for those who are still, popping in those pieces for the coats of arms?
For me, I don't know. Don't panic, but I'm panicking all the time. But I like this puzzle because I didn't have to decide so many times. It was like 3 decisions, like what the section to do next. Because I usually I struggle with like chaos every time because I feel I'm too chaotic and the pieces are spread everywhere, and I'm very stressed by thinking what to do next. So this was quite easy because I just chose like yellow, red, blue, and green, and that was it. So it was quite relaxing.
Yeah,
I
no, there is
recognize what you are saying, huh?
Sorry?
I recognize what you are saying. Sometimes I'm thinking too much and I say, no, just do. That's it.
Yeah, rather than should I do this or here, I could start on the border, I could start with this section, or but I see this catches my eyes, but here it's like, it's very logical. There's a very logical flow.
Yeah, that's exactly my problem. And when I'm flipping the pieces, I'm already stressed like, oh, what would happen when I just finish the flipping?
3, 2, 1, 0. Stop, everyone. All right. Well done, Päivi, Julie, and Monique for making it this far. You're all so close. Just go ahead and count your leftover pieces that are not connected in 3 pieces or more. And then you can write your time in the chat. Yeah, sorry to cut you off there, Shaka.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I had a question as well about the big puzzles. Like, were you already doing puzzles when you saw Karen's video, or did you see her video and then be like, maybe I should do some puzzles?
Yeah, I was doing puzzles for my whole life. Yeah, but usually 1000s or 1500s mostly. Basically, I had like only 1 500, so I just like stocked up for speed puzzling, and I usually did 1000. And I followed the Karen puzzles channel for many years. So yeah, I wanted to try some like bigger ones as well.
Yeah, and she also does a lot of bigger puzzles and challenge puzzles, so it's always inspiring. Like, always get new ideas on what she's doing.
Exactly. I was just before that I was doing like, I don't know, 20 puzzles again, like again and again, like what I had, and now my collection is growing as well.
And do you think, like, are you aware of like a community developing in the Czech Republic? I mean, you said you don't have like anyone in your area that you would pair up with. Are you aware of any events that are happening locally?
Yeah, we do have an association that is being created right now, and actually there will be first nationals next June, I think. Wow. Yeah, so I'm very, very excited for that. But it's in the process right now. We are waiting. Like this week, there should be some details about the event. So it's happening right now.
Oh, that's very exciting! And I mean, you have so many strong puzzlers in the Czech Republic. I mean, you've got the puzzle queens, Teresa Marketa, Katarina Jana, and then you're always there, like in the top 10. And there's also other strong puzzlers too. So do you have an opportunity to compete directly against them, or just now and then in an online competition?
No, it's now just like that, and the competition that was like unofficial is now, I think, done, and the people that were organizing it kind of like created the association, I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know the details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really exciting. So there's a new association being formed and soon to be a national competition in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And I mean, there's also hopefully gives an opportunity for the other countries that are kind of close to Czech that might come over, might be interested to come over and puzzle with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for your time, Shaka, and nice to know a bit about your background, and to have a face as well to the name that pops up every now and then in the results.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you. Yeah, well done on tonight.
Thank you, Shaka.
Have a nice evening.
You too. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah, so Päivi, Julie, and Monique are so close. So they've counted their pieces and they're going to finish their puzzles. So I just want to thank everyone for following tonight, everyone who's been viewing and commenting, and of course all of our participants, so close to 90 participants. It was really fast, and hope everybody enjoyed the competition. And the last competition this year will be on Thursday night, so 2 days away. That will also be a solo competition with 500 pieces. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Michelle. It was, as usual, a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks so much, Daniela. And thanks, everyone. Good night.
Bye.